I know I shouldn't, people. I know I shouldn't, but as you can see in front of me, Liverpool have welcomed Isak to their football club. The task of prizing the Premier League from them just got 20 million times more harder, really, because not only have they got, Mohamed Salah and so many good attackers, Hugo Ekitike, who's probably going to get swept under the noise, and Verts and all of those kind of guys. They just had it Isak. The one striker. Obviously, other strikers have scored, giving us difficult days at the office, but the one striker, when it's all said and done, you gave Magalhaes and Saliba a tough day. Don't get it twisted. My centre-backs have done madness in this Premier League, but I shouldn't hate, because we got the real Swedish striker, regardless. We got the real Swedish striker, but yeah, I shouldn't hate, man. I shouldn't hate, but it is what it is. Where Arsenal's concerned, people, deadline day didn't bring me my left winger. It is what it is. Big up yourselves. It did bring me another defender, though. I'm still ill. Apologies. Piero Hincapie completes loan move to Arsenal. And again, obviously, we're a bit down in dumps. We didn't beat Liverpool. We got plenty to say over the 90 minutes, but we have to welcome my man to the club. I could be wrong on this, but I'm sure he's actually the first Ecuadorian to play for the club. To say what you want, that is history. I want it. I want it. Bring him. To have him, Calafiori, Miles Lewis-Skelly, who should have come on the midfield at Anfield, able to play at left back. I'm all for that. We'll get onto some other stuff, people, because Zinchenko's gone. But yeah, Hincapie has joined us from Bayer Leverkusen on a season-long loan. The 23-year-old defender has made more than 100 appearances for Leverkusen since joining in 2021, playing a key role in their Bundesliga title victory in 2023-24. Now, no disrespect to Hincapie, but there was a point where I was on that, you won the league and all those things at other clubs, champions mentality, which obviously I'm being a bit silly, still needs to be there, but I can't lie, man. Liverpool is a tough task, but at the end of the day, F it, man. F it. It's like fighting someone you think stronger than you, but sometimes you might beat them up, man. It is what it is. Come on, man. Arsenal, we can do this. I do think there's an element of overreaction from everybody connected to the club, including myself, with the defeat of Liverpool. But at the same time, old problems do remain. But yeah, big up Hincapie. I'm on this. And I told you lot, big up my subscribers, my long-term subscribers and supporters and followers. Smash the like button, people. But I've been wrong about plenty of stuff. I told you we needed a left back, and whether it works or not, I told you we needed someone able to play there. Deluded, what are you talking about, man? We need a striker, we need a left winger. I told you lot, in Berta, we trust, man. Arteta, attacking football. And Gyökeres does this a lot. Eze could be lit. Madueke could get some goals. Saka, when he's back, we know what he brings to the table. We need to see Wanyeri. Keep doing what you're doing, Arteta, with Dalman. We need to see Wanyeri. We need to see Miles Lewis-Skelly. We need to see a bit more attacking football. But staying on task, shout out to Berta, because he's had a fantastic opening transfer window for this football club as sporting director. The man himself has said, we are delighted to have completed the loan signing for the season of Piero Hincapie, January, left wing. At only 23, Hincapie, or better yet, Piero, already has significant experience both in the Bundesliga and at international level. He's an intelligent defender with real strength and versatility. His strong performances in recent years for both club and country have been of a consistent high quality, and we are confident Piero will continue to grow this season and be an important player for us. I'm all for it. The manager, Mikel Arteta, and by the way, he's taking the number 5 shirt. We are so pleased to welcome Piero Hincapie to the club. Piero has real physical presence. I like him beyond all, and we'll get to discover more about him and things, but he's my sort of defender. They're very aggressive. They like it, as silly as it sounds, a bit like Magalhaes, they like to defend. Now, that does come with its cons, people. From what I've seen, you will get some yellow cards. You might drop a clanger, but I like it, man. I like what he could be. I've said this so many times in relation to Hincapie, but at the end of the day, you played for Leverkusen, you've won a title, you've played in Europe, so you do have experience. And he's one of them that no one ain't watching my man religiously. Obviously, we're tuning in a bit more to Leverkusen, but to hear he's 23 is a bit mad in a good way, because he's been about for a minute. For me, could be a left-sided centre-half, can play left back, can play left wing back, has played in systems where you play a 5, a 3, or 4, so he's got that intelligence. Go and make the shirt your own. Go and get in Arteta's plans. And that goes for every player, people. Because at the end of the day, yeah, we lost to Liverpool and the San Isaac and the favourites and all of this. But if we're focusing on what we need to do, we've got, out of a potential 9, we've got 7 points. It could be better, but it could be a lot worse. What are we going to do in the 30 odd games that remain? Window shut now. We've got what we've got. But yeah, big up Piero, who will, as I said, take the number 5 shirt. I'm on that. Simultaneously, Kiwior has, in a similar move, joined Porto on a season-long loan deal, people. Big up Kiwior, 25 years of age. So 2 years. So not only, in my opinion, have we got an upgrade on Hincapie on Kiwior, but he's also 2 years younger. But yeah, big up Kiwior. Go do your thing at Porto, man. Go shine, go shine. Shout out to you for Real Madrid. But come on, man. I'm not trying to even boy you, Kiwior, but one thing I like about Hincapie, obviously I think he's better than him, but one thing I like about Hincapie, you could tell them South American, man, they're on it. Not saying it's anything to do with anything else with Kiwior, but bit of a soft touch, bit of a timid kind of figure. You stood up tall, but I don't really like defenders like that. But shout out to you, man. Go and smash it. Go and smash it. I also Albert Sambi Lokonga's joined bro. I'm even like I can't read. Albert Sambi Lokonga's joined Hamburger on loan, people, which again we hope he shines. And ironically, you're going to be playing Bayern Munich. Shell company, why he said you're the next Yaya Toure. But yeah, the main thing is he's actually left on a permanent. Lokonga needed to go. Respectfully to him, you did get first team football. I think you went on 3 loans prior to obviously leaving at the moment. But what you went, I'm sure off the top of my head, you went Luton, you went Crystal Palace, and you went Sevilla. Respectfully, didn't pull up any trees. Didn't pull up any trees. At no point did we sit here and go, oh, you know what? As even if the thought is silly, maybe he could get an opportunity. We even said that about Nelson in pre-season, but needed to go, people. And the main thing is he's gone permanently. Go and shine. I want you to play to the standard where you maybe even get in the Belgium's kind of thinking where the national team's concerned. Whether that's going to happen is a completely different thing. Probably the biggest shocker of deadline day for Arsenal, to be fair, and us Arsenal fans, and let me know your thoughts. Zinchenko's joined Nottingham Forest on loan. Now, earlier in the day, it looked like, oh, he's not going to leave, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and he seems set to stay. He's joined Nottingham Forest on loan. Obviously, addressing the elephant in the room, he's a free agent at the end of the season. So what sort of loan is this in real time? Are they paying the majority of his wages? We get a loan fee. We kind of count that as a transfer fee. Are we just looking at it as he's on 100 grand? We'd rather pay 50 grand a week than 100 grand a week. I don't know. But Zini, we've seen, he's never been one to shy away from making comments in the interview room and doing all of that kind of stuff. And he spoke earlier about his wife being upset that he's not getting first team football. Go and shine in Nottingham, my boy. He's 28 years of age, innit? He joins on loan. Put yourself in the shop window. Now, again, the reality is with Zinchenko, whether it should happen or not, there's a couple things Arsenal fans probably need to accept. The Martinelli experiment, and I don't even want to make this about Martinelli, but Martinelli up front and all of that, forget it. Zinchenko ain't getting a look in the midfield. We know he can play in midfield, but you're not getting a look in. I'm not even saying I'm for that, if I'm honest with you, but you're not going to play 10, you're not going to play 8, unless it's the rare League Cup game or something. Left back, there's 3 people ahead of you, and probably 4 if you include the ability to play Timber. Thank you for your service, because I don't want to be disrespectful to Zinchenko. You was part of the initial team that kind of kicked off Arsenal being in these conversations about can we win a title or whatnot. Especially your debut season, you did your thing. I don't think you're good at the traditional defending aspect of the game, but fundamentally, I'm sure you was part of a back 5 with Ramsdale and all of them at the time that you set some level of you done something decent defensively. I ain't got the statistics to hand, but yeah, you needed to cut. We needed to trim the squad. In Berta, we trust. Reece Nelson, go and smash it at Brentford. He's joined Brentford on loan, people. Again, unfortunately, where Nelson's concerned, as an Arsenal fan, he's not gone permanently. We hope he stays fit, which unfortunately is a theme of Reece Nelson. He does well, gets himself in a good kind of space in terms of fitness, builds up consistency, and then bang. I'm sure he had 2 hamstring injuries last season, and one was a season ender. I could be wrong, but yeah, go and shell it. Would have preferred it permanent to Palace for 15 mil that we was apparently hearing, but wasn't the case, was it? And one of our young goalkeepers, Nygaard, has joined Brand on loan, people. 19 years of age goalkeeper. So he needed to go, really. What do you lot make of the summer business? When it's all said and done, people, for a second, forget what other teams are doing, what you wanted and whatnot. Just look at the names. In 2025, we end the window signing Kepa, Zubimendi, Nygaard, Madueke, Mosquera, Gyökeres, Eze, and Hincapie. And I want 2 ratings from you lot. what would you give that rating initially? And we've got to be fair, and I'm not saying anything, but we've got to be fair. Put yourself back before anybody was signed in the summer. If someone said that's the signings you're going to make, what would you have given it truthfully, people, at the time? And that's what I'll leave you with, man. But yeah, big up you lot. Smash the like button.
Always just like,